Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking the Dream Team Roger Yamato into the Forest of Training against Basil Hawkins. So that was the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive in. Alright, so this team did it incredibly quickly, so I am going to take the time to sort of talk about the Hold'em stage, and this is where we are going to start. Stereotypically, I like to start like at the second turn of the threshold with Hold'em, but I did want to sort of talk about what you want to do before that particular turn. So on the first turn when we hit Hold'em, we are basically just going to pass the turn, just to remove the special bind thanks to Bobbins and the switchability of Shirishari, and then we're going to use our Bobbins special. We are still going to take a turn after that, however. That way we can actually just remove the burn or get the burn down to 2 turns, so we don't have to worry about it on the next turn. But in talking about this particular team just tore through this forest. It's probably, like, looking back on it, I think I did a Roger Odin like hybrid combination that did the run very, very well, but I don't remember a team doing the Hawkins Forest this well. So super impressed with this particular team. Managed to tear through it, holding onto WANO orbs instead of recovery orbs that most teams actually stereotypically abuse when it comes to this particular forest. So when the burn hits the second turn, we're going to use the super typing of Roger, and then we're going to use the Yamato special to give ourselves a full board of WANO slots, and that way we can take out Hold'em and move on to the next stage against Kinemon and Kanjuro. They're going to give us the super orb block, or the orb, yeah, I like super orb block. Let's call it super orb block. They're going to give us the super orb block. They're going to roll back our captain specials by 7 turns and our middle row by 3. With the support of Leo on our Shirishari, we can actually reverse it by 2. And then with the support of Bardo on our Robin, we can actually get rid of the paralysis on our captains. Thanks to the switchability of Shanks Crew on this particular team, even though Shanks Crew is only half boosted under Roger when you're on the quick variation, but full boosted under both captains in the Psy variation, he just works so damn well because his switchability is so incredibly strong. We're just going to take them out on the first turn. Kanjuro Kinemon just get absolutely clapped. And then on the first turn against Kyoto, we're actually going to remove his defense up thanks to the special of Robin. And then we're just going to give ourselves a chain buff. No, we're not. We're literally just going to remove the defense buff. And literally with the attack buff from Shanks Crew, we are going to just take out Kyoto. I was running this a couple of different ways, like when I was testing this team. And one of the things I did was I was using the Shiroshi Manchari special here. I guess you probably could use it there if you really want to, but I use it on the Jack stage later on, and it actually becomes more effective there. Onto this first turn against Jack, he's going to despair us, but thanks to Roger, we don't have to worry about that. We can blow that away, and he gives us that chain coefficient reduction. We are going to take 1 turn here against Jack. You probably don't really need to, in a way, but then you'll sort of be like 1 turn short with your Shanks Crew special. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you probably won't be 1 turn short with your Shanks Crew special, because, like, Shanks Crew, yeah, you probably don't even need to take that turn. You could probably just use the Shanks Crew special there and move through it even quicker. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys do try this team and you do try that strat and you don't take that first turn on Jack. Let me know if it works in the comment section below. I'd love to know who's trying this team, if it does work in different ways, as I found it to be incredibly powerful. With the switchability of Shanks Crew giving us the 1.5 times attack, then with the 3.5 times chain lock, we can take out Jack. Another thing to note is you can actually replace Robin on this particular team. You can replace Robin with V1 Phoebe Rebecca. That way you get more healing. That way you get a chain lock every turn. It will take a little bit longer, but it'll be much safer and you have way more damage output. But I'm not a huge fan of running dual units when it comes to like speed farming sort of stuff or speed running content, as their switchabilities just do take a lot of time. It's bad enough we're already using Shiroshi Manchari as well as Shanks Crew with their switches, but Shiroshi Manchari are just like a complete counter to this forest, and Shanks Crew is just an absolute weapon. On the Law, Zoro, and Sobama stage, lol, rip Sobama, we are just going to keep that chain lock carryover from Shanks Crew, and we are just going to try and output as much damage as possible. As you can see, I am hitting perfects. Don't be afraid to hit perfects with the super orb block. You can hit 4 perfects on characters, so the the frames that you see like that I'm just not attacking straight away, I'm kind of getting a gist for what characters have hit perfects, what characters haven't hit perfects, and where I cannot sort of sacrifice those perfect shots before we get to the final stage. So hit some greats here, hit some perfects there, and then on the next turn hit some greats there and some perfects there. If you know what I'm saying, anyway. Moving on to the next stage, we come up against Jack. He has 3 turns of damage reduction and threshold, and gives us 3 turns of attack down. Bobbins is just a weapon when it comes to that. He just completely removes it all, which is great. I'm just going to remove it all, say goodbye to all those nasty defects, and that way we can actually take out Jack on the very first turn. When you do take out Jack, though, very important that you do make sure you are in the Psy variation of Shirahoshi Mancherry. Once we move into Kaido, we get our specials roll back by 2 turns. It's very, very annoying. Like, very, very annoying. So, make sure that you are in the Psy variation of Shirahoshi Mancherry. When you use that special, if you don't get the overheal mechanic, don't worry about it. Like, once you hit the, like, you have full HP anyway. Like, so, like, just don't worry about it. Just make sure that you aren't actually, I don't know why I'm saying any of that. It doesn't really matter. Make sure that you probably are the quick variation, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Man, I just look like a huge spoon now, right? It's probably better to be the quick variation, because you're not going to get the Shirahoshi Man special back anyway, Stump, you absolute donkey. Very important, though, you are the Psy variation of Shanks' crew. That's what I'm trying to say. Shanks' crew, you need to make sure you're in the Psy variation. Very important, you're in the Psy variation of Shanks' crew. Shirahoshi Mancherry, probably better to be in the quick variation, to be real with you. On the Kaido stage, we are going to use the super typing of Yamato as well as her special to give ourselves the chain buff, and then we're going to try and do as much damage as we possibly can thanks to the switch ability of Shanks' crew as well. If you don't take out Kaido on the first turn, don't stress, you will have enough HP to tank it. As long as you use the Shirahoshi Mancherry special after the Jack stage, like the first Jack stage, you will have enough HP to sort of like pass through Kaido's HP. Like, well, you're basically going to take a shot from Kaido. When Kaido dies, though, he actually gives you special bind for 3 turns. But thanks to Bob and Sailor, we can get around 1 turn to that. And thanks to the switch ability of Shirahoshi Mancherry, we can get around the other turn to that. And then once we take him out and move on to the next stage, we basically get rid of it as well. So make sure you switch with Shanks' crew once again. That way you can get a nice 1.5 times attack boost. We can hit some greats here, and we can take out Kaido. Be very careful of Kaido's burn, because Kaido's burn bloody hurts. It will kill you. Moving on to the final stage against the big dog Basil Hawkins himself. He will turn into a Psy unit because our captain is Psy. He turns into the opposite color, but Psy's opposite color is affinity, so he doesn't do that because, like, why would he make our life harder or easier, I should say? But look, that's just Hawkins being Hawkins, right? We've got Robin on this team. Robin can remove the defense up. Really, really handy that Robin can actually do that. She would also remove the Despair if Roger wasn't an absolute beast. So Roger removing the Despair helps out quite a bit. And as I mentioned, if you have V1 Viva Rebecca and you want to make it a bit easier for yourself, just bring V1 Viva Rebecca, because they will make the run a lot easier for you. Like, a lot easier. Hitting greats and with that 2.5 times chain lock all the time is going to be way easier to beat the actual Forest. But I wanted to do it a little bit differently. I wanted to show you can do it without VV Rebecca, and the power of Yamato Roger does reign supreme as the new Dream Team. We get that monstrous 3 times attack thanks to Roger, which is really, really nice. We can then switch with Shanks' crew, use the Liberal Hind to get the Shanks' crew special. That way we get a 3.5 times attack. Wow, words are hard. We get a 3.5 times chain lock, and without an orb boost, don't even need an orb boost for this particular team, even though we are rocking a full board of Wano slots, we can take out Mr. Future Sight Basil Hawkins. So that's the Forest Destroyer with the new Dream Team. Absolutely destroyed. No stalling, like stereotypical stalling whatsoever. But if you did enjoy this one, make sure to go in there and belt that like button for me if you're new to the channel. Hit that big red subscribe button too. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later!